Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Diatonic Dissection, where we crack open music to see what makes it tick. In this video, we'll be delving further into the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack with Labyrinth Zone, a zone that somehow features ancient ruins, plant life, very large crystals, and water that I can only imagine the smell of given the colour. I know it's a game, and there's a certain degree of artistic license, but how can the plants be green if they're underground and have no access to light? Sorry. If anybody needs me, I'll be in the Angry Dome. Now, usual YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. And also, don't forget to shout at a swan in the name of the algorithm gods. If you want the sheet music for this and prior Diatonic Dissection videos, then head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/diatonicdissection. There is a link down below to save you having to spell it. Let's get started. The tempo is 125 BPM and the key is C major. As always, we will start with the chords and then go into the individual parts. For section A, there are just two chords, C and F major, so there really isn't much more to say about it. The main melody is pretty simple. It follows the same basic pattern starting on E and then moves up a fourth to A after 2 repetitions. There isn't much of a counterpoint in section A. Most of this part appears in response to the main melody itself, and it's usually either a pentatonic or an arpeggio. The final bar has an accidental B flat, so keep an eye out for that. There is a harmony part to the counterpoint, which you'd heard in the chords video. Here it is on guitar. The extra melody part starts with a quick F major arpeggio, and then it's all playing on the offbeat, so not particularly exciting, I'm afraid. The ending has an accidental B flat, so keep an eye out for that. There is a harmony part to the extra melody as well. When put together, they form the top 2 notes of the chords. bass part is pretty simple, and it just walks up and down between the C and the B above it, and that's just for the first 4 bars. After that, like the main melody, it moves up a fourth and then carries on. The final bar ends on an F sharp, so be careful of that. With all of these parts combined, you get Captain Bladder! No, but with some rejigging, you can create some fun reggae/ska music. Carrying on from Springyard Zone, the drums are more fun for once. The open hi-hat on the one gives you some space in the part instead of just constantly playing through. There are some quick little flourishes on the hi-hat too, but this will get even worse in section B. The chords for section B are a bit more involved as there are more than 2. There's F, E minor, A minor, and an ending on a C major, which leads back to the start. Much like in section A, the main melody doesn't do a massive amount when it comes to section B. Much like section A, the main melody isn't doing a massive amount in section B either. The main thing to be aware of is the descending scale at the end. It involves a B flat instead of a B natural, which you would expect given the key. The counterpoint for section B is pretty simple and serves its purpose in backing up the main melody. It's a lot of held notes with no accidentals, so not much else to be said. Like in section A, there are 2 extra melody parts. One carries on with what the extra melody was doing in section A, playing off beat with a few rhythmic changes, and the other essentially doubles the bass part. We'll start with the first one that carries on from A, and then the bass copier. The bass part for section B, much like section A, isn't much to write home about. You pretty much heard it all with the second extra melody part, except this time it's a few octaves lower. Before we get to the drums for section B, pretty much the most interesting drum part in the entire soundtrack, it's time for more of my stupid musical meanderings. The rhythm of the bass part reminded me of the song Is She Really Going Out With Him by Joe Cocker. Great song. If you haven't heard it, go and listen to it, but after you've watched this video. Here is section B reimagined in that style. Drums for section B, you finally get to have some real fun. You have more intricate hi-hat work, which unfortunately probably won't come across in the video because the rubber cymbal pads really do not help. But we'll see how bad it is. The two main things to watch out for are at the beginning and the end of the 4-bar pattern. The first one starts with a syncopated hi-hat, and the second features slightly odd placement of the snare, as you will see. And that's it, another 30 to 40 seconds of music stretched out into several minutes of analysis. As always, leave a like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and swear at a priest in the name of the algorithm gods. If you want the sheet music for this, then head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/Diatonic Dissection. You will find all the sheet music there from all my videos for free. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, if you're still here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.